On my sidewalk, I just measured across, 36 inches. That's how I made my gate. Those two simple measurements. So once you get those done, you're ready to start construction. Now this whole thing is made from pressure-treated lumber. The posts are 4x6, a little bit of molding, and I don't know if you can see it, but get real close here, you can see I've done a little bit of decorative work with a router, just to give it that little extra touch. Come on over here to the workbench and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a gate that's going to go on the other side of the house. But rather than show you how to put this together, I'm going to take it apart. What I would like for you to see before I do that, though, take a look down here at the end, right here on the end. Do you see the different layers? There are actually 3 of them. I have the middle pieces, which are my middle slats, and then the outer frame. Now there's a little shim piece here, and I'll show you in a moment why that's there, that gives this a lot of depth and dimension. But come on back up here. Take a look at this. This is easy. 1x6, 1x4, and some lattice. That's all there is to it. Watch. I'm going to take this piece off and show you how all of this comes together. Now, when you're working on a project like this, you want to use galvanized screws. I mean, after all, we're using pressure-treated material, so use galvanized screws. That way, it'll give you a lifetime of beauty on the project. I cheated. I already took out most of the screws. Now, watch this. Do you see what I have here? I created my boards, a basic frame, and then cut my lattice to fit into this little trough. To give you a better example of that, take a look at this piece. Here's my little trough, and here's my shim board. This gives it dimension and depth. Now, my height, my width. Once you build a gate, the hard part's over with. The next step is then to put your posts in. Now, you saw how those posts look. Let me show you what it looks like in the raw. This is a 4x6 pressure-treated post. Pretty simple, relatively plain. And you're going to say to yourself, okay, well, this is great, Doug. How do I put this in the ground? That's not that hard. Depending on where you live, you need to check the soil and make sure that you're following the recommended guidelines as far as setting these in the ground. So dig your hole, normally put a couple of inches of gravel in the hole, set your post in, and then fill it up with concrete. Now, balancing it or getting it level, that's easy. Watch this. What I like to do, by the way, you like my garage workshop here? A little messy, but it works. Get you a 2x4x8 and attach 2 of them, one going out one side and one going out the other side. This will give your post the balance that it needs. Once you get these in place, check your level. Let it sit for 24 hours before you attach the gate. After that, you're ready to move on to the next project. And the next project in your gate building would be your caps. This is just a 1x6, and then you can dress it up any way you want with molding or just whatever you have lying around your shop. Now let me show you the final piece, and that's putting in the other gate section. Let me get this out of the way. Don't go anywhere, I need you for later. That post would be this one. Once it's in, attach your gate. Then all you have to do is close the gate up to find out how far over you need to put in your next post. So come out 1/4 inch, 1/2 of an inch, whatever is comfortable. Go down to the ground, mark it, dig your hole, and then set your second post. Now again, what I did is I dressed this up to match the house, what you see up here. You can do yours any way you want. When it's all over with, put some paint on it, and you have a beautiful finished gate. But a little reminder, in dealing with pressure-treated lumber, let it sit outside for several weeks so that it will dry out for you. If you try to paint it while it's wet or fresh from the factory, the paint won't stay. That's pretty much it, and this will take 3 or 4 days, depending on the weather. See you later.